Hey everyone, so here today we're with Lilia and she's going to be telling us about her home buying experience and everything. So if you want to just introduce yourself to everybody at home.
Hi everyone, my name is Lilia and I moved to El Paso, Texas about a year ago from California. I am from El Paso, Texas and I came back home to stay.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions and just feel free to just answer them however you like. So the first question I have for you is like, what were some of your fears like buying a home right now in this time? Like what were the worries that were kind of going through your head?
Fears? I don't think I had fears. I was kind of looking for a home, like my forever home, and just settle after I've been, traveling and moved around a lot. I was tired of it, and El Paso is my home, so I was looking for a home here.
So this was going to be like your forever home?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nice. And how do you feel overall with it? Are you happy with your decision? I love this home myself. I can only imagine what it's like living here.
I don't even want to go to work anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to stay here all the time. It's really a beautiful home. It was very worth it. Thank you.
No problem. So what was the overall process of like how you selected your agent? I mean, I know there's thousands of agents here. And so what was the process that you kind of went through when selecting an agent?
It was kind of accidental, I guess. I was on Zillow and I'd been on Zillow for, I'd say, the whole time I had been in El Paso without a home, living with my sister. I looked every day to find a home and your name just kind of popped up and I started communicating with you and you seemed like really easygoing and you were willing to give me the time to show me a home and wherever it is I wanted the home and however it was that I wanted a home. They asked me about like what size home, bedrooms and all that good stuff. The home is a little too big for me, but it's like in the perfect location.
Yeah, better than being too small, right?
Yes.
And then, was there any like sort of turning point that kind of made you start to trust in the whole process, like in terms of working with me? Because I know a lot of times when you meet someone for the first time and you're kind of skeptical about working with them, was there anything that stood out that made you trust me?
What stood out, it was that you were willing to work with Veterans United, who was the company that I've chosen to work with me with my VA loan. And you told me that you didn't, I think you only sold like a couple of homes to veterans before. But the fact that you were willing to try and sell another one and learn from the process and help me out, I think that I love that about you.
Thank you.
And you reminded me of my son too.
Oh, really? I know,
yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of, it's great because typically we shy away, a lot of realtors shy away from using their preferred lender just because it's like they're almost like an alliance they have with them that they just trust in those people. So, but I mean, the loan officer with Veterans United is actually really, really good. They're very responsive, so that actually ended up working out for the better.
I had gotten really good comments about the Veterans United home buying process.
Yeah, and it was fast. We closed in on like almost 30 days, was it? Which is unheard of right now. Right now, most homes are taking like 45 days minimum. So it was really good that we were able to kind of get everything taken care of quickly.
They choose their clients. They're very picky with their clients as well. I had gotten in contact with them about 3 months before I got in contact with you. So they told me, they guided me on what they needed me to do to be able to qualify for the home that I wanted and the amount that I wanted. And I did everything they told me to do so that once I got a hold of the realtor, I had everything
ready
to go.
Yeah.
I was determined to get the home, so.
And that's really, really important too, because a lot of people, they do it backwards. They want to start shopping for a home right away without being qualified. So
to me, going on Zillow and looking for the homes was kind of shopping because I was already deciding on what kind of home I'd like to have. I already lived in the Upper Valley back in the day when I lived in El Paso in this area. It's always been one of my favorite areas in El Paso.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. What would you say was like how did I handle the overall process for you? Was there anything that stood out, any bumps in the road what stood out to you in the overall process?
I don't think there was really any bumps on the road with us. The land survey, I think, was the one thing that kind of set us back a little bit, but you had nothing to do with that. That was on the seller's
Yeah, and the good thing that we caught that early and we were able to get that survey in place, get everything taken care of, and get everything closed out.
I think you and Veterans United worked really well together to get the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, it was really good because
expedited.
if you wouldn't have been as responsive, it could have caused delays. But man, I was honestly surprised on how fast we closed. It's been the fastest closing I had, all last year. So it was amazing.
Good.
To really have that so quickly.
Something good out of a bad year.
Yeah, crazy year. What would be something that you would say, like, why would you recommend me to someone? What would you say to someone?
I would say that you are always available. If I needed you, or if I had questions, or if I text you. I think you took maybe 3 hours one day to answer me. I think
Okay.
maybe you were busy with your family, it was a weekend, and I understood. But I love that. You were
The
always
availability.
responsive. Yes.
Got it. Yeah, and I mean, typically I try to respond as quickly as I can. The only time that there's delays is like, family time or driving, little things like that. But other than that, pretty responsive on everything.
And it is hard to trust people in a
Yeah.
wheelchair, but I knew Veterans United wasn't letting me down, and they immediately got a hold of you. They knew who you were. They were able to verify your credentials, and so that kind of took a lot of worries out of me.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, it's the largest investment that typically Americans make, so it's a pretty nerve-wracking for a lot of people in terms of who's this person? Are they really? Do they have my best interest and everything? So
They knew who you were. They
Did
knew
they?
your license number. They sent me all that information. As soon as
Yeah.
I gave them a name,
Mhm.
and they got a hold of you immediately. Right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to give them your email or anything. All I needed was a name, and they were able to verify everything.
Oh wow, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good that they have that verification process in place, so they're not just handing you off to
No.
just anybody. So that's really good. And last question, what would you say to someone who's maybe on the fence about working with you? Like, oh, I don't know, he seems kind of young. I don't know, should I not?
He is really young, and you reminded me of my son, and I think that's one of the other reasons why I was able to trust you. I was like, he is young, but everybody should have a shot in life, and you should give them an opportunity.
Right.
I was young, and people gave me my opportunities when I needed them, and they still do. So I thought the same of you.
Yeah, well, I really do appreciate it because that is kind of one of the main things we get asked. And, to me, the thing I've learned is just to kind of really show them by your knowledge, you know what I mean? Show them that you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, and, the trust will come. So.
And you're young, and you got the stamina to be able to work for your clients.
Yeah,
And the sharp mind. I mean,
Thank you.
people should not underestimate young people because they might not have experience in life, but they have like I said, stamina.
The drive, right.
They do to work for your clients, and you're building your business, and I think that's amazing at your young age.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're very
I really
welcome.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And if there's anything you ever need in the future, I'm always a call or text away.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
So.